Georgia. The local prosecutor here says he will personally review what to do with this fraught case. He says the wishes of the victim's family clearly and will give them the highest consideration. The Democratic National Committee is suing the Trump administration, saying its Freedom of Information requests about possible plans to deploy federal ICE agents or troops at local election polls this fall have not been answered. Justice correspondent Scott McFarland reports.
Say they've given it sufficient time. The Department of Justice and Homeland Security haven't responded, so they are suing to get those records. They want to lay eyes on whatever plans there are. After the Department of Justice adopted, they say that these requests, these FOIA requests, are quite new, that they've been responsive. The records haven't been provided, but that sufficient time hasn't been given.
The Federal Trade Commission says it will send $47.2 million in refunds to consumers to see Invitation Homes, the U.S. home leasing company. This is CBS News.
The stars shine brighter on CBS Sports. This is a slam dunk.
Yes, I've been singing for music on CBS Mornings.
WTOP at 12:03. The Thursday morning, 12th of March, 2026. Scattered showers developing as we head into the midnight hour. Windy, colder, the low in the 40s and 50s. Then later on Wednesday, we might see a mix of snow. It's falling to the 30s and 40s. Bundle up. We're 77 in Washington right now. Good morning to you. I'm Dean Blaine. Welcome in this Thursday. What the Washington Commanders have in mind for their new stadium is coming into much sharper focus this week. The team has now released a new set of renderings that show a far more detailed vision of this project overall and how it would fit into the surrounding neighborhood. WTOP's Mike Murillo with a closer look this morning.
The new images the team and architect HKS have released show the Commander Stadium along with real DC streets and bridges, giving a clear idea of how it would look on a game day and how the Washington Monument U.S. Capitol will appear behind it. One of the biggest eye catchers is a giant gold W on both sides of the stadium, W standing out a lot more than it did in earlier concepts. The areas around the stadium have also changed. Instead of simple green space, you see how East Capitol Street Northeast might look closed to traffic on a game day, with part of the median area being used as a place for tailgating. The stadium's vertical white columns stand out more in these new images, and you get a clearer look inside the glass entrance, including the concourses and upper levels. The team says the updated visuals are part of the federal approval process, and the goal is to have the stadium open by 2030. Mike Murillo, WTOP News.
WTOP at 12:04. Georgetown University reviewing a controversial social media post from the Georgetown College Republicans after the group reportedly wrote that Muslims have no place in American society, that is, quote unquote. Now, according to Papoya, the post was actually made March 8th and deleted 2 days later. It sparked swift backlash, as you may remember. We reported on that here at WTOP, with some club members condemning it and leaving the group altogether. In a message to students, Georgetown officials denounced the statement as Islamophobic and said the club's conduct is being evaluated now. College Republicans later said the post did not reflect their full position. The group claims it meant to criticize Sharia law because it seeks to oppress women and persecute religious minorities. The Council on American Islamic Relations also condemned the message this week, urging the group to engage with Muslim classmates. Stay tuned. WTOP at 12:05. We all know how rough the roads are in pain, but it turns out they're hitting your wallet too. WTOP's Steve Karish is following that for us this morning.
Trip estimates that the average cost of motorists in the Washington, Maryland suburbs annually of driving on roads that are deteriorated, congested, and sometimes lacking adequate roadway safety features is $3,545 annually.
TRIP is a national transportation research nonprofit, and that's Rocky Moretti, their director of policy research.
The more your car's getting knocked around by poor roads, you're looking at more routine repairs, you're using more fuel, you're even seeing additional tire wear. But really the largest component is accelerated depreciation. Quite literally, the car doesn't last as long as it should.
TRIP's new report out today looked at the condition of roads across Maryland and found that in Maryland's D.C. suburbs, 27% of the roads are in poor condition and 24% are in mediocre shape. Steve Karish, WTOP News.
How you ride Virginia Railway Express could look completely different in just a few years if the system's new leader gets her way.
VRE CEO
Katie Cho says she's committed to expanding the commuter rail service into a full regional rail system by 2050. And significant additions are planned much sooner by 2030, including more peak period reverse direction trains. We will double to triple our off-peak service depending on the line. And she wants to get trains running on Saturdays and Sundays. Meanwhile, Cho tells the VRE Operations Board, we need...
Yo, what's going on, Caden? How you doing? How you doing? Cheers. I'm listening to the news real quick. They wrap it up in a few minutes, you know. At least it's just little snippets. And then they got little features they throw in every once in a while. I can't remember that scheduling, but I'm going to listen for a while. How you doing? What's going on out there? It's about just right after midnight here. I was working on records to put up on my Facebook Marketplace, so I was listening records, cleaning up records, sending pictures to people, trying to get stuff going over there. Just chilling. Cool, man. I'm glad you're doing good, Caden. Cheers. Or maybe the F means female. I don't know. I apologize if so. Well, cheers. You know, but if you're too young to be here or whatever, you know, it says it's not for kids, so. But if you do leave a comment on any of my shorts or whatever, I'll definitely subscribe back. Just say, hi, I'm Caden. Please subscribe. I'll subscribe back. Just on any short. It doesn't matter. I have 2 channels. So if I catch up, I'll do it twice. You know what I mean? But if you're too young to be here, just walk out, click like. Don't worry about it. You know, it's for adults only, you know. It gotta be that way. It gotta be. Smoking a cigar and my agreement with myself. While smoking a cigar, have some water. So let's take a little slug of water then. Shout out to BJ's Brew House. Agua.
All right, don't be fooled by the weather. Don't be caught off guard.
Definitely appreciate the subscription. Cool.
Afternoon temperature, and we'll have some whipping wind and wild weather with rain and even some snow showers mixing in for a brief period of time.
Let's see, what do I got here? A little stack of something. Let's see.
Fall to the 40s by late morning, early afternoon, and 30s late day. Don't expect much in the way of any accumulation, but could see a light coating at least on some of the grassy surfaces. I'm 7 News Chief Meteorologist Veronica Johnson in the First Alert Weather Center.
69 degrees Gaithersburg, 77 Arlington.
What the heck are those?
Atlanta, midnight hour, Thursday.
I don't recognize those.
77
It's okay.
WTLP studios. Traffic and weather
Fine,
brought to you
stuff.
Thursday morning by Long Fence. Save 25% on decks, pavers, and fences. 6 months, no payment, no interest. Conditions do apply. Check them out. Go to longfence.com. 12:10 the time on WTLP. We bring you money news. 10 and 40.
Losses at the closing bell for the blue chips as rising oil prices put a damper on stocks. The Dow Jones Industrial Average surrendered 289 points. The S&P 500 lost 5. The Nasdaq was the bright spot. It actually added 19. And
Well, I don't care really about that stock news like that. Different stock. What's going on? Ha ha. Hey, Frenchie, how you doing? Hey, ha ha. Saki. Ha ha, Saki. You know, it's not for children. What's up, Kyle Boo? So if you're too young to be here, you know. Oh, it doesn't sound like it. What a decent question. I'm doing good. Iran this, Israel that, Iran this, Israel that. Man, fuck that shite. I ran out of weed and the struggle is real. I hear you, man. The struggle is real down on the street. Ha 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 ha. What's up, Kyle? What's up, Frenchie? Yes, I did hear a little bit about California, sir. You know I can't. You know I can't miss that. I don't no, I don't vote, sir. I don't vote. I don't believe in like, you know, being on the right side of a culture war. There's no such thing. I'm not political and I don't deal with law and order. I'm a philosopher and a student. It's supposed to be ha ha. Not much. So glad you moved out of Cali 2 years ago. Oh my gosh. I will never live in Cali on my own dime. Oh, you're live right now, Kyle? I did not get a notification. I'll tell you the truth. Frenchie, I will never live in California on my own dime. No, 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 no. Am I black? I am Moorish in some of my blood. I'm half German, so I'm nowhere near being black. No, sir. I'm half German and I'm half Italian, northern and southern, so I have Moorish in my background, but nowhere near being black in official like this. You still read it. Haha. It's supposed to be what then? I don't know. Oh, check just to make sure. I'm telling you, Kyle, I checked both channels a second ago, but I can only check one on this phone, so I will. I absolutely will. Unless it was because it's locked. The phone's locked. Let's see. Frank, Dougie Doug. Dougie Doug, I got his notification. Yep. I didn't get yours. I got Dougie Doug's. I promise. I promise you, Kyle. I just got Dougie Doug's like right when I was coming up. I like basketball and chicken, yes. I played basketball until I broke my wrist. What do you call it? What do you call that thing? Arm wrestling. Wait, I missed that. Sorry about that. You still read it. So what do you want me to call it? Okay, Saki. Yes, you moved out of that blue state. That's right. So the blue state that I come from, mainly, they do a lot of trash and crap around there because, like, what they do is like, they don't take care of shit, man. No worries. You're letting me know. Oh, thank you, man. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, that is a worry for your channel, Kyle. If the notifications don't go out, people can't find you, And I know that both of my channels have notifications on, and I checked that one, and I checked this one, and it's just Dougie Doug and Frank. Oh, and Dream Tooth now. Dream Tooth is a new one. Yeah, Dream Tooth is now. But yeah, Dougie Doug came up. So it's an issue for you, man. It's something that, YouTube is probably. I didn't get a notification about this one, I don't think either. No, I did not. Cheers. Now you're dealing with hurricane winds. You can't win. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yesterday and today, Frenchie, I've been a mess. I've been sweating all like crazy. It's so hot. And then when I do my record posting, right? Dude, in order to get them really good pictures, right? John Brown, never keep the truth down. Yes, sir. I do stand strong. You know that. You know that. There was this dude in my neighborhood, and he was like, I saw you at the Million Man March. I was like, no, you did not, sir. I wouldn't do that. That's disrespectful. But anyways, in order for them to see that, I gotta, see him. I gotta put on this damn grow light, to take decent pictures for him and shit. So it's already been hot, and then I gotta have a damn grow light on me. Like, dude, it ain't growing my hair. Look at that. It ain't growing hair. I'll tell you that. John Brown. Heck yeah. How you doing? How you doing, Calvin? Peace to you. You can't win, Frenchie, but you know what? I think you're better off not in California. I won't even lie, man. That's my opinion. It's after midnight here, man. We're just struggling. I mean, we're straddling the hour. What up, kid? Oh, that's the alien one? That's funny as heck. All right, well, go to sleep as soon as possible there, Pepper Girl. Peppermint. Yeah, I heard some weird shit about them using one of those things. Damn it, I was able to remember the AI's name earlier, but I'm forgetting. Do I think it's crazy? That's insane. Yeah, I mean, they want to make an impact, Remember the classic, the classic line from what is that? A John Landis film, Coming to America. He's like, Arsenio is like, but the land is so vast. Where should we go? New York or California? To the international world. Like, if they want to make an impact, even in prophecy, they've always tried to target it to New York because whichever way they want to arbitrarily move the map, they want you to know that it's important. So hitting California is tactical for, them flexing. It's tactical. It's tactical, man. There's no way around this. This conflict is gonna be. And now we gotta find a different way to take care of our people if you want them to pull the strings and pull tarp corners for you and stuff. Now, you know what I mean? People working together against the common enemy is gonna come. Yeah, they're targeting it because it's newsworthy. Dangerous business. Now they're coming for the bully. Yeah, the biggest power, but all that money's been going up China's way. So the monetary power, the banks that we use, they call it like what do they call it over here? Household banking systems or something, but it's not. It's Hong Kong Shanghai Bank. It has been forever. We had an independent, Bank of America that started by an Italian immigrant over in California. Nope. You know where that money's going. Like, so yeah, it's like the money goes out, never comes back, sort of thing. So the power is shiftable because of the vote of the dollar, not the vote of the 52%, 52%, which is 104%. Excuse me for the burps and mea culpa for them, but I don't even know what 104% is, man. I kind of, yeah, I don't know, Frenchie, man. I'm out of that, man. I'm out of that. I just know that they're doing their bully strong theater shit, you know. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. You know. You know, and there's leaks on our side. There's leaks and agents and everything on our side. There's AI. You know, we're using AI in the oh shoot, I don't want to get it wrong, but in the I believe in the Department of Defense, they're using AI for tactics. Oh, they're going to join forces. It goes way back. It goes way back. It goes to the interference that we've done for Russia conquering places, you know, all the time. It goes so far back. And when it was on Obama, it was like, oh my gosh, here you go, man. He's like, no, they can't have it. They can't swallow up the smaller fish. And it's like, are you sure? Are you sure they can't swallow up the bigger? Because you know you're causing international conflict here. You know, in the lead. Yeah, as far as our military force, sure, but we also leave tanks behind. You know, because they're too expensive to bring back, and we think we have the power because you know the position, all our bases are permanent. So that's where we get our, you know, that's where we get our stake. Is it's like we got the Navy, so we got the, you know, we got the Air Force, so we got the air, we got the Navy, so we got the water, we got the borders, we got every base around the world that we've converted and never given back. We've got all of the smaller countries that we've gone to and sort of, you know, clean water wells and stuff like that that they could never pay back. And then that is monetary power that never changes hands. You know, it always comes back this way. So yeah. But you know, we've stood on not basically hitting. Well, they hit Afghanistan what in the Clinton era, right? They hit Afghanistan in the Clinton era. You know, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, you vented, Frenchie. I know. It's impossible stuff, Frenchie. It's impossible stuff. Look, out of my category, man, for sure, out of my category. But I do listen, and I try to understand what they're doing, you know. And unfortunately, you never know until 6 months later, in a sense, you know. Really, the news is not. It doesn't catch up, man. It doesn't catch up. It's down the line, and it's kind of too late. So you kind of keep boxing, you know. If you're America, you keep boxing. Keep boxing, man. It's like go back in the corner now. Oh, ice me down, bro. I'm going back out. I'm going back out. You know, it's a boxing match. Boxing matches. What are those rounds? 2 minutes, man. You ever do a minute and 10 seconds in a boxing round? It seems like fucking 22 minutes, man. I know. Sure they do. Because they're combined, man. Because I mean, they're loosely allied, but they're combined. And all the things that were presented from the Trump administration, you know, they're attacking those as weaknesses. You know, they're attacking those as political weaknesses. Because if you really expect that the government can take care of us, you know, and there's a couple wings of government, but you know, yeah, the social blanket, the nanny part, they're not helping us. So if you believe that shit, and now it's like you feel like you're turned on, then you have a weakness in the world. You have a weakness in people's morale. The morale is weak because they're not working together like on a ship or in the proper, like I said, pulling the tarp corners. That's what you do in the military, you know. Some guys babysitting sandbags or you know, unfortunately highways for heroin trade and Sodexo and everything too. So there's just so many levels that it's a mess. They're trying to pull their money, but they got to pull the money. You know. I guess they'll get all the metal though. I guess they'll get all the metal. Where them pennies going, man? Where them pennies going, man?
the system. To restore the system, and WTOP
So we don't have like railroad barons anymore. We don't have stock barons anymore. We don't have, you know, oil barons like that anymore. You know, it's all been outsourced essentially. So now, without all of that, it really leads to land barons now, you know. But if you got land that's under the scope of missiles, that land tends to be devalued, if you get what I'm getting at. You know, if you got missile sites on your land, it tends to be devalued. And the only real thing they have now is like land barons and maybe, you know, some different way to pay the indentured servitude, man. Whatever. Raising up the minimum wages, eh? No more social programs, though. For sure, they're shutting those down because they're not going to nanny you. That part's, you know, that part's over. And you know, these things don't go back. They don't go back. They don't be like, oh, things got better, so now we got the resources. Nah, they don't go back. They rot. They rot until they crack and rebuild. That's why I suggest to you, don't be so dang rigid, because you should bend before you dang break. You see what I'm saying? I literally had a dream of this guy that was like 3 times taller than me, you know? Never go back. But I had that dream because, you know, I do have this perception. I'm really not intimidated by anybody on the street, you know? So I had that dream specifically to deal with that. It's like, what about this character in that dream? And I looked at him like that, you know, and I had a moment and I was like, nah. I said, this guy's so tall, I'm going to take him out right at the knees. So, you know, even in that confrontation mentally, you know, nope. Never go back, but never back down. And shoo, the last time I fell down, it was like Bruce Lee, man. I didn't fall down. I fell, I rolled, and I bounced back up. And then some dude was like on my suit jacket like 2 days later, and I was like, well, I fucking fell the other day, you know? But I didn't really. I rolled and bounced out. Dreams are all symbolic, yeah. I don't know. I think that one was kind of literal. I think it was kind of a literal test of myself, you know? Boo, Kyle, boo. But anyways, Frenchie, feel free to vent, man. Please, you know. I can't save it. I can't save it.
In Alexandria, a hiring system that started about a year ago has seen some big success.
Even those yeah, I know, man. I know. Yeah, well, he's a mighty good leader. He's a mighty good leader. Sometimes leaders have the same, you know, visage, sir. Whether they're Mussolini or Saddam, you know. How you doing there, Carl Farmer? Excuse me for that. Yeah, it's gonna be my birthday next month, man. I'll be 49. Cheers. What about hair, man? You think leaders have hair, man? Most of them don't. Did you know that? Mussolini didn't have hair. That's why you always see him in a hat. Mussolini didn't have any hair. Most of them actually don't. Winston Churchill didn't have any hair, you know. They burn it off, man. They burn it off doing strategy. You know, their hair burns off doing strategy. But they don't blink. The average person blinks every 20 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. I'm done. Anyways, we'll have a staring contest one day. I had cigar smoke in my eyes the whole time, so that ain't the best start. Let's play Connect 4 when I'm drunk sometime. Not drunk enough today. Whatever, Frenchie. Gotta roll with the punches. Gotta roll with the punches. What do our buttholes start pushing when we come? When you come where? Or when you're going where? Where are you going? You mean when you show up? What? Why do our buttholes start pulsing? Oh, you're talking about ejaculation and semen production, right? I get you now. So when you do that, there's a pumping system. Part of it comes basically from your gut area. Part of it comes from the testes, you know. And so these two kind of fluids and things, they combine together and they pump out, you know. So it takes musculature, and that's in the prostate area underneath. So it's basically not really your butthole, but it's kind of like your taint, if you know what that is, or the fermunda. So that's what you know. I did everything, man. I was just talking to Senate today about how one day I was like working for hours and hours, and I did this often, shoveling wet, like ash, you know, which is really heavy at the shovel end. Okay, but anyways, I've done everything. But that was masonry production. That was production of cinder blocks. I did. I did, you know, what it called operation of like cats, you know, big old fucking loaders, front end loaders. You know, I've done a bit of driving. I've done masonry on the ground. You know, laying just like line brick. So brick to a line means like making like a planter or fixing somebody's what do you call them, chimney or some shit like that. I've worked a lot of times in convenience stores and shit like that, you know. I'm not a doctor, but I went to community college for like more than 10 years, you know. So don't even, because I don't have any accreditations. But I did that because I needed the education. Most of the education I had to buy myself. Before I went to school, I had all of those damn school books all the way up to like 11th grade. So I read all of them as soon as I could start reading from like 5 years old, including like French Volume 1, you know, the short stories and the mythologies of Greek and Roman, all of this stuff before I started school. So by the time I started school, they're giving me the same books, the history book, all this, you know. So yeah, and I work gas stations, convenience stores. I've always played music independently. I went to school, you know. Repeat after me, Sean says. $5, $5 burger, $5 taco, $5 fries, $5 pies, comrade. Hey, Gopnik, you like $5 Coca-Cola from the U.S. $100 tater tots, snap, snap. $100 coffees. Don't forget to squat. 55 wings will kill you. 55 shakes, two pancakes, one number 7, one number 9 with no cheese, and a small diet soda. Привет. Hey, Piet, comrade. Are you good gopnik or bad gopnik? Let's call Mama R. What up? I am just horny wolfman from Cyrilia. Just horny wolfman. What do we gotta do? Get on the phone? Get the motherfucker on the phone. I'll call him, man. We'll talk about it. We'll call him up, man. Which one am I calling up today? Solinsky? Try to work it out, eh? I'll say, hold on, comrade. Let me get his manager. Eh, Equis! Equis! I have a Greek assistant. And he comes in, what do you want? I love spiders, dude. I have a lot of spiders. I kill their webs every once in a while, but I love spiders, man. Yeah, my son moved out of this room only like 3 weeks ago. I'm not looking up shit, minty bacon. I'm live streaming, man. You know what I mean? What are you talking about, Futurama, man? Oh, is that like Japanese stuff? Does that have to do with like Shintoism or something? I might have come across something like that in Taoism, maybe. I think Taoism, yeah. Whatever, man. You look up my political affiliation. I'm affiliated with the Lemon Party. You know, look them up anytime you want. If you want to be happy for the West, your life. I don't care, man. I'm gonna get my news as slowly as I can because I need to digest it. It doesn't do me any good to oversaturate myself looking stuff up. I'll do it in my pace. Nah, no way gang affiliated. No. They didn't have gangs where I was come from. They do now, but they came in from El Salvador and stuff. Nah, I mean we had some kind of Caribbean gangs and stuff, but not much. Really, locally, we only had crews, and crews would like dance and paint and shit. You know, yeah, we had boat lift people, you know, and they had little gangs, but they didn't have any power because, you know, the big guys stayed at home. You know, they're probably looked at as traitors and stuff like that. But now, you know, they got MS-13 and all that. Nah, there's no gang. No gang. I used to say, we have a motto. We have a motto. Bring it on. Bring it on. Gang of one, bring it on. No gang. That's silly stuff, man. I mean, turf wars, yeah, turf wars, but you can act out turf wars in different ways, man. Yeah, there's this spider that keeps coming, but they're daddy long legs and shit. They can't bite me anyway. But yeah, it's a bunch of empty boxes, so of course spiders are hanging in the hallways and all that. And I kill their nests, but I never kill the spiders themselves. You know what I mean? I'm actually a big fan. Actually, a big fan, and we don't do much as far as what you call climate control, you know. So we stay pretty temperate, you know. We're in a 12 unit building. We don't really like hear the heater or thing run. So that's why it's been so hot for me the last couple of days. But nah, zero affiliation with that. I belong to the wonderful land of Oz. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw that, dude. Yeah, that's just pistachio ice cream. That's not. It's still considered pornography. It's still kind of considered pornography, so you can't really like kind of look at it because pornography like laws are weird. But it's just ice cream packed up in there. It was sort of a trailer compilation for, I guess it was, what was it, a Taiwanese fetish film or something? Yeah, I seen it. I seen it. I didn't use my computer because I had kids, so I did it in my friend's house. You know, he didn't mind looking those things up for me. I never did because I figure my kids do things that, they might be dodgy on the internet anyway. So if somebody comes, I got to defend them, so I'm not going to add to it. So I never really kind of went to the rotten and all that on my own. I could sometimes do that I could do that at the library and shit like that. Well, because I'm from the Northeast, and we talk fast, man. Nah, never on meth, man. I've never even had meth actually. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, tall stoner? How you doing, man? Nice name. What are you, 5'2"? Cheers. And they call me Slim around here. They call me Slim. Nah, man. My name's Blackjack. You know that? I mean, my name is Joe, but Blackjack, that's what I go by. My grandmama gave me that one. Her mama called everybody John. She never called anybody by their name. She didn't give a shit about your name. 6'8"? Oh, damn, that's so tall, bro. That's so tall. That's hard, bro. Nah, I talk to 2,000 people, man. I swear I fucking do. So, you know what I mean? I gotta cram it when I got the time, man. It's fucking after midnight. I should be asleep. I gotta be up at 5:30, and I will. Cheers. I gotta get somebody on the phone after this. You know what I mean? I'll be bored as if I don't. I just wish we had more characters, more words, so I could express myself better. You don't understand, Yus. When I was in school, these brilliant ladies, these girls that I grew up with, huh? They started speaking with no prepositions, no articles, because it was a waste of their fucking time. And they talked a lot faster than me. And they were brilliant. And we all got 96% plus, A pluses, and all that shit. So they let us make friendship bracelets, draw, let us do anything we wanted in school. But they didn't use prepositions and they didn't use articles, you know? It's too limited. Yes, that's correct. I've always been a musician, really, like my entire life, really. Like I started a long time ago. I talked my sisters out of their guitars. I had an electric organ. I would sing. I started a long time ago. And that's because I can express things a lot more clearly with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Mix some metaphors and put them down the drain. Robitussin tossing back, feeling no pain. Never feeling pain, got joy in the rain. Yeah, I think so. It's helpful, man. It's helpful. The voices of the world are all out there, and most of you only hear the top. You don't hear the 50 below. Hello, everyone. I'm here to offer you $29.99 a month Inward Pass subscription. If it depends. I think I have it already, actually, from my past affiliation. Yeah, I think I already have it. So, because yeah, that was like them saying they say loke. I mean loke. That's what they mean. But yeah, they would use that word. It means loke. But yeah, I've had that probably forever. But anyways, I got it official on tape too. So whatever.
CBS News Group President Trump says Iran is
Whatever. Yeah, they say. What did they say? When you go to Memphis, you're dust. That's what they said. I said, well, I want to go to your fucking crummy ass place. Fuck all that. Cheers. I'll go to Georgia, but I'm gonna skip a lot of other places.
Two drones fell near Dubai airport, a hub of international travel.
Hello, what's going on, Victor Martinez? I mean Vincent Ramirez. How you doing, Vincenzi? How you doing, Vincenzi? Fruity boy, Batty boy, what you doing there, man? Yeah, I don't. I'm not Greek though. It's because I'm Northern Southern Italian mix. I know where they're from. But anyways, the deepest Southern tip. So yeah. Do I know genitalia? That's a good one, man. Probably saw one of her movies back in the day. Nice God, man. New on. He doesn't talk too fast. You guys are comprehend too slow. Oh, new sub. What's up, Vincenzo? Listen, man. It's Frenchie. I got in so much trouble with the rest of the world because I was on the phone when I was a kid. But the rest of the world, you talk to somebody in Texas or whatever, and they're like, "Y'all being rude," They're like, "Oh, good Lord," like I got the vapors down here. You're being rude, sir. Foghorn Leghorn, I do declare. So I'd be like, damn, man, this is how we talk, so they don't understand us on the street. Like the Z's, the zizzle, zizzle, zizzle. You do that shit so that nobody can understand you on the fairway. You can ask Gut Rod. He knows what's up. What's up, Gut Rod? See, he's from close enough to understand, and now he's up there in Witch's Land. He's up there in Witchland. What's up, y'all? Good Lord. I do declare. I do pull my suspenders and say so. My name is Professor Mud Dog, and I killed my kid. You know what I mean? He definitely talks faster than Eminem and doesn't act like a smart ass fucking douche. Yeah, I'm not a smart ass douche. I got friends in Michigan, man. They're all Polish and shit. They're all Polish. Good Lord. What's going on, Gut Rod? Are you going live, man? Hold yourself together. Don't give no weakness, none of that, because nobody wants it, man. Yeah. I love that shit, man. I killed my pawpaw. That goddamn Murdoch family shit, man. Those motherfuckers are messed up, bro. They try to blame the maid for some shit. What the fuck? I've seen that. I've seen people go to the maid and show them something that their kid broke or whatever, and they'll be like, now I know you did this while you were cleaning because they don't want to blame it on the kid. I've seen some crazy shit. The last job that I had, Frenchie, it was right before. It was when my daughter was gestating. It's right before she was born. She's my last, at this point, and Miss Adams is fixed, so it ain't coming from there. But anyway. That's the last time I had a job. It was maintenance of foreclosed homes, and it was also evictions. So it was pretty wild job, bro. Pretty wild job, man. Use. But that was my last job. Grandly interesting. I told them I didn't want to drive. I ended up driving. Everybody got fucking pushed out. I got my own tickets. I would have to drive on these fucking West Virginia mountain roads where it felt like I was going to fall over. They had me in a dump truck. They had me with trailers. Fuck y'all, dude. I told you no. But anyway, I did it. I picked a lot of shit too. Because, you do an eviction, you put all this stuff on the road. They got like 2 days to pick it up. If they don't, and I really feel like it, I'll drive back to that spot. I picked up a few things, not much. But I also used to work in the recycle center. People drive up. It's a county facility. They bring their brush and trees and shit for mulch, but that's another department. I was in the getting rid of your shit, the bulk trash department. So the people I worked with, they had collections of antique tools. One time I almost got this like imported like private school like whatever you call it, wardrobe from the UK, man. Like straight up from like Catholic school in the UK or vicar school, whatever it is. Anglican, I suppose. We have an Anglican church here. We ain't got but 2 English families, bro. It used to be Korean. We got a lot of Koreans. I don't know why we have an Anglican church with two English families anywhere near here. What's up, Kyle? Boo! Oh. Yeah, but I used to get in trouble talking to people from slower areas. They'd be like, hey, this guy's rude, man. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Whatever, man. I don't have time for that either. Get down the road. I'm on the highway. Keep going. There'll be more cars. There'll be more cars. I got to get out of here now. What is it? 12:30 something? 43. 12:43, and that's it. 1:10 is the best time for me to go to sleep. It really is with my circadian rhythm, but it's daylight savings time. Results may vary. Take care of each other, man. Don't fear it because it'll hurt you and you'll hurt yourself. And they're not thinking about you, so don't feel bad. You're only hurting yourself. Take care of each other.